I do the beatbox.
No, let me do it.
No, dude, I'm doing it.
No, I'm better at this. I listen to rap.
I don't care. I'm from the ghetto, okay, ho?
Wow, okay, you just went a little bit over the top. Fine, let's see what you got.
Fine. Word.
Really? That's it?
What? That was awesome.
All right, let's see if I can do this.
I just got served. Welcome to Sports Junkies.
Sorry, we're a little bit low on the music budget, so any local bands that want to get their music promoted, feel free to message us.
Hey, I'm Turley on Sports Junkies.
And I'm Kyle Robinson.
And we are your dealers. Welcome to Sports Junkies.
It is November 28th, and remember, we record this show on Saturday nights, and it doesn't usually get put up till Sunday morning or sometimes even Monday, so if the information's a tad bit outdated, our apologies.
And a little information on each of us. We both went to the Broadcast Center in St. Louis. Amazing school, by the way. Some great instructors. I'm going to do a shout out here to one of my favorite instructors, Kane. He's also helping us out. I've never met this guy, Sean, but he's also helping us out as well.
Definitely a big help, and Sean Streeter.
Thank you to both of those gentlemen, and still thank you to the Broadcast Center for letting us destroy the place.
Well, that's pretty much what we did. Let's get this show on the road, shall we?
Obviously, we got a bunch of sports to talk about this week. We're mostly going to be hitting on wrestling and football because that's what me and Kyle enjoy the most. Whatever you guys want to hear about, want news on, our opinions on, just drop us an email. Kyle, what is the email?
sportsjunkies@hotmail.com, and just in case you're wondering, Junkies is spelled Junkies.
This week we will be talking about football, obviously. Kyle will have his own segment on wrestling. To close out the show, we'll let you know what we're going to talk about next week. Kyle, anything to add?
That was a basic, decent rundown. I could deal with that.
All right. We will be back right after this break on Sports Junkies.
It's time for DW Ford's beginning of summer clearance sale, and it's going on this week only. DW wants to make room for all the new rides that are coming in later this month, and for you, that means that the deals are popping up all over the lot. Like the 08 Ford F-250 is rolling off the lot for not a penny more than $5,000. The 09 Ford Mustang will be up for sale for just under $12,000. But DW's deals aren't just limited to the vehicles. For this summer sale, DW will be giving away 3 months worth of gas with every purchase. You heard that right. Every purchase earns you 3 months worth of free gas. Also this week, DW will be breaking out the barbecue and cooking up some hot dogs and serving soda every day. Plus, stop by DW's office to enter for a chance to win the new 2010 Ford Ranger. DW is bringing the heat before summer officially begins, and his loss is your gain. So get out to DW Ford, located at 1232 Griesler Road across from Mobile, or check out the virtual showroom at dwford.com. But hurry, because this sale ends Sunday.
Welcome back to Sports Junkies. I'm Turley, and I'm here with my man, Kyle Robinson. Kyle, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot, dude. Just sitting here, staring at a piece of paper, reading some football statistics.
Football? What's so special about football? I mean, other than the Titans are going to try and make a major comeback this week as they're on a 3-game losing streak. They found out their offensive coordinator has cancer, which best wishes to you, Mike Heimerdinger, on that one.
Amen.
And Vince Young's, well, and excuse my language, but Vince Young's an asshole. Him and Jeff Fisher had a little skiff after the Titans lost in overtime to the Washington Redskins 19-16. Good game. Titans shouldn't have lost it, but Vince Young got hurt. He broke his little bitty finger because that's such horrible. The question is that I present is, do you think the Titans can rebound from all of this? Losing their starting quarterback for the season, having a rookie quarterback playing starter this week, their offensive coordinator finding out he's got cancer. Yes, he will be calling the plays this week, which bravo to you, sir, on that one. And Vince Young being Vince Young. Can the Titans rebound this week to beat Houston and get off this losing streak they have? Kyle, what do you think?
Honestly, I think it really boils down to will and determination, as much as just talent and everything like that. But I think that a lot of people are expecting the Titans to maybe pull something out. I've seen them play in the past. When their back's against the walls, they have a hell of a time coming out and throwing down. So I think that they might stand, a really decent chance being able to come out this week and put the Texas behind them.
I have to disagree with you on that one, Kyle. Yeah, I don't like Vince Young. I think he's an arrogant piece of crap, but he is a playmaker. Kerry Collins, even when he comes back from injury, his career's about over. And this rookie that they have he did okay for coming in at half last week, but he's a rookie, and he's playing a Texans defense that's got the likes of Brian Cushing, defensive rookie from last year, and Mario Williams, who's a monster, who's going to be in his face all day. I don't think the Titans can do it. I don't think Chris Johnson is enough to carry the Titans to a win over a powerful offense like Houston. Who knows? It may happen.
I've seen stranger things happen in the NFL, so I wouldn't necessarily bet against the Titans. Then again, given all the points, it's a toss-up game, really.
Well, that's why they play the game on Sundays, because just because you look like you're going to lose on paper doesn't mean you will. Just ask the New England Patriots when they lost to Cleveland earlier this season. Coming up, our second topic of football this week, it's head coaches who have been fired already. Wade Phillips got fired 3 or 4 weeks ago, I do believe so, and since then, the Cowboys are 2-1 and almost beat the defending champion New Orleans Saints on Turkey Day. Minnesota fired their head coach last week, or technically this week, however you look at it, Brad Childress, and now they have their defensive coordinator, Leslie Frazier, as their head coach. The question is, was it really the coach's fault, or is it the team's?
I gave this a lot of thought. When you threw this my way earlier, I think it boils down to this. You cannot argue with results. Look at the Cowboys. Since they fired Wade Phillips, all of a sudden they went 2-1. They started out with a 1-7 start, and right now they're 3-7 with the potential to make it to the playoffs. While I've never been a Cowboys fan, I think that if given the right motivation, these guys could actually maybe step it up and somehow manage to pull this season out of the gutter and actually make it to the playoffs. Like I said, you can't argue with results. A 1-7 start, the guy disappears, and suddenly you have a 2-1 team underneath new management. I don't think it was the players, because obviously the talent's there. I think the coach just had, for lack of a better term, his head where the sun don't shine.
Well, both these teams were supposed to go to the Super Bowl this year, and they both faltered under pressure, I guess you can say, and both of them had starting big-name quarterbacks. Brett Favre's 42 this year. So he's had an awful season regardless of the coaching. I agree with Dallas. Dallas, it was the head coaching. I agree there, but Minnesota, I'm not so sure. I think Minnesota, a lot of it was injuries, and Brett Favre just needs to retire. Honestly, if Favre comes back again next year, the dude's going to end up paralyzed or something, because each and every season he comes back, he's getting hurt more and more and more and more likely that he's going to eventually end his career on a football field, which, yeah, go out in the blaze of glory, but at what cost?
That's a very good point. And when it comes to the Vikings, I do agree with the fact that Favre, he needs to back down. I mean, the man's been doing this for how many years?
This would be his 21st season, I do believe.
Exactly. The average football career is lucky if it makes it to 10.
Looks like Peyton Manning is going to chase after Favre's record, but that's not the topic of subject right now. I think Dallas, yes, it was Wade Phillips. Minnesota, I'm not so sure it was Brad Childress. I think it was mostly Favre.
I can agree with that. Split down. I could see that.
To summarize it up, the Titans, I think, no, they can't beat the Texans. Kyle thinks they could. Coaching, we both agree that Wade Phillips was the problem in Dallas, and once again, we both agree we're not so sure that it was Brad Childress' fault in Minnesota. Well, that's our NFL subject of this week on Sports Junkies. You got a fix, we got your answer. Coming up, we will have...
We got to look back at this week in WWE. A couple of subjects. The Miz is the new WWE champion.
Gross.
Yeah, enough said. and Triple H, a man who has been known as the King of Kings, the cerebral assassin, has been gone since June with injury and with some other things. He's actually set to return. The question I pose with Triple H, based on some things I've seen and read, he's coming back at a full-time schedule while working as Vince McMahon's right-hand man. Is it a good or a bad decision for him in terms of, will one of his job performances suffer while he's able to do the other one, or will he actually be able to juggle both jobs equally? And with The Miz, and yes, I know some of y'all that hear this probably have heard his name on reality TV shows, the real world rules crap. My question, straight up and forward, is he ready to main event, WWE, be the face of the company, as they call it? I'll have the answers to those questions, or at least my opinion on those questions, when we come back after this break.